This is the path to safety and shelter for many Ukrainian refugees as they cross the Polish border right here. You can see there are a variety of different aid organizations in the background. You can see families wheeling suitcases and bringing bags across the border. This is whatever they were able to grab to flee the war. They brought it in their hands, and as they're crossing the border, people are here to help them.
Well, Nick, as I mentioned before, it is quite emotionally charged here. As you can see, the police are starting to head in here. They are trying to divide these two groups, opponents of abortion rights and supporters of abortion rights. It's getting a bit intense. The fans here, they are elated with the outcome of this victory, a 10-point win. Who says a 15 seed can't make it to the Sweet 16? That's what St. Peter's is doing, and they're heading there to face either Texas or Purdue, who will be playing tomorrow. It's an exciting time here. You can feel the excitement here. You can see the students that are behind me. They've enjoyed the victory. Some demonstrators have been fighting for police reform for decades now. But last year, with the murder of George Floyd at the hands of Minneapolis police, they say that not enough change has been made. Yes, state police say that a 30-year-old man and a 25-year-old woman were both fatally shot here at a house party on East Commerce Street here in Fairfield Township. That occurred around midnight last night. Now, 12 other people were also shot. It is a wet and windy afternoon here in Point Pleasant Beach. Tropical Storm Faye is upon us with strong winds and heavy rain. If you love rough winter weather, then this is the type of storm that gets you up in the morning and makes you happy. I love being out here. As you can see, we have Thunderbolt 12 behind me, and you can see in the light of Thunderbolt 12 that snow is coming down. It's coming down sideways.
It truly is organized chaos here at this humanitarian aid center in Przemyśl, Poland. You can see the long line of Ukrainian refugees as they're traveling through here. This is the central hub where many of them go to other places in Poland and the EU. You can see the long lines of these refugees in the background as well. You can see there are volunteers from aid organizations throughout the world working to help the best they possibly can. But of course, a mass exodus of this scale hasn't been witnessed in Europe in decades, so there is a lot to do here.
Tears of joy from this Ukrainian woman as she crosses the Polish border on foot with her family, part of the constant daily flow of thousands of Ukrainian refugees, met with a warm meal, support from Poles, nonprofits, and volunteers from around the globe.
Paul and Greg.
Paul and Greg, no nonprofit.
Including American volunteers Paul Knitra and Greg Johnson.
There are people from all over the globe, and we've talked to so many of them who have just done the exact same thing. They put their lives on hold, they got a plane ticket, they drove, they took a train, and they're here and just finding a way to pitch in and help.
There's children.
Children's right here.
The demand is constant, so the two take part in a daily cycle of giving and resupplying. Once their tables are depleted, the two head back to local stores and shopping malls, refilling their van, which doubles as a supply vehicle and transportation for refugees.
Imagine leaving all your belongings, everything you worked for, your job, your career, your community, and being forced to leave because of war. And I don't think that really hits home with a lot of Americans until you see it.
See, we can make runs from this and spend a ton of money and go back and forth pretty quickly.
Knitra is no stranger to taking charge, serving as mayor of the small New Jersey shore community of Point Pleasant Beach. Of Eastern European descent, Knitra was compelled to serve after watching media coverage of the refugee crisis, as many Ukrainian nationals travel to and live in his community each summer working on the boardwalk.
I'm a firm believer that you lead from the front, you lead through action, and you don't do a lot of the talking, because everybody can talk a good game. It's the people that step up and actually jump in and do the work, and the work should speak for itself.
He enlisted help from his longtime friend Greg Johnson, raising thousands of dollars in donations, helping to purchase needed supplies, spending a week on the ground, distributing them as fast as they can.
So we'll just take all of them. Are these all that you have of these?
A small part of the collective contribution, as over 1.5 million Ukrainian refugees have crossed into Poland since the invasion.
We're bringing humanity to a really bad situation where people sometimes don't feel that humanity, right? When you're being cattle called and shuttled in a bus, that's not a great feeling, and we're just trying to make people feel a little bit better about this journey that they're on.
By night, the two forego sleep, continuing their work at the border, buying more supplies, helping carry luggage, and transporting refugees.
We help people. We do things out of the bottom of our heart, and we get things done.
I think it's good for Americans to be out here showing that we care, showing that we're a part of the international community, and paying it forward.
While the two depart Poland after volunteering for a week, they hope to continue raising awareness and helping from abroad. Keith Kocinski, VOA News, Eastern Poland.
It's gonna go fast, right?